Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you live right here on Oldies and More Radio this September 18th, 2024. I want to thank Terry Lawrence, host of In the Groove, for dropping the signal. Johnny G taking hold of the Oldies and More Radio Network. Also live on YouTube, so you can either watch me on the YouTube stream or listen, or on the YouTube visual, or listen to me on the stream on oldiesandmoreradio.com. But thank you all for being here. It's the Soul Show. We're here from 9 p.m. till about midnight. We'll do a little bit of OT, but I have a show tomorrow afternoon to do at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. That'll be the All 78 show, which will only be seen on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if those of you that are new to the program. But isn't that a cool record? I had that in the box for a long, long time to play. Cool Transport was wondering who that was. And it's on the Atlantic label, released in October of 1968. That is jazz tenor saxophonist and flutist, composer and producer from Chattanooga, Tennessee, would then relocate to Detroit, Michigan, was born William Emanuel Huddleston, but of course he later changed his name to Yusef Lateef, and first recorded back in 1958 for the Prestige label, the jazz artist there, and also has other releases on Argo Records. This one's on Atlantic from October 68. Yusef Lateef, Lateef, Othelia. Othelia is the name of the tune, and he was on tenor sax, and the cool harmonica on that was Buddy Lucas. Buddy Lucas of Buddy Lucas and the Band of Tomorrow from the 1950s. He was the harmonica player. That was his first of 6 for Atlantic, a song he wrote, Othelia. Well, enough of Johnny G's babbling here. Let's open up with the vocal portion here. This is a song many of you should know. This was this singer's 9th release on the Stax record label. It was number 20 on Cashbox, 17 on Billboard, number 4 on the R&B chart, and a big number 1 record on WCIT in Lima, Ohio. This singer was was a member of the Falcons that recorded You're So Fine and other releases that the group did. But this is from October 68, Mr. Eddie Floyd to open up tonight's Soul Show on the Stax label. It's in his rendition of the Sam Cooke tune, Bring It On Home to Me. This is Eddie Floyd.
If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, then won't you bring your sweet
That's October 1968 release there for Eddie Floyd. Eddie Floyd on the Stax label. It's cool to have that on a on a DJ promo. Really nice to have it. And it's a vinyl press too. His rendition of the Sam Cooke tune, Bring It On Home to Me. And I didn't even know about Sam Cooke's song originally, because my aunt she went to the record store, came back with records in the fall of 1968, and that was there. And I just love that record. A great tune there as we open up the vocal portion with the great Eddie Floyd. Johnny G is your disc jockey here on a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. It's our soul show. And, you know, we play the music randomly here from the 1960s and early 70s. I'll be in Oldies and More chat momentarily. But up next, this singer had two releases on Joe Davis's Burdette record label, and I normally feature his first release from March of '66, a great ballad he does called I'll Never Begin to Forget. But let's give a listen to his second. This is produced by the label owner Joe Davis, and this did chart. This was a number 20 record on KBYE in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma from June 66. Let's give a listen to Bernie Moore. Bernie Moore on Burdette Records. His tune is called I Wanna Be Loved to Death.
If a little bit of a good thing is bad, forget it and savor your breath. Now, I know what I want, and if it can be had, I'm gonna be loved to death. Now, if a little bit of a good thing is good, I don't plan to save no breath. No, I couldn't say no if I knew that I should. I wanna be loved to death. Now, money what made prosperity, and I sure ain't the saving kind. But don't waste my time, no time. I've got something good on my mind. Now, people hassle around and try to resist. It gets them all out of breath. No, I don't want to hassle. I wanna be kissed. I wanna be loved to death. Hey, come on and love. Yeah. All right. Hey. Now, people hassle around and try to resist. It gets them all out of breath. No, I don't want to hassle. I wanna be kissed. I wanna be loved to death. Come on and love me. I wanna be loved to death now. But don't waste my time, little girl. Got no time to hassle around with you. Don't waste my time. I wanna be loved.
That's Bernie Moore. Bernie Moore, that's his second release on the Burdette record label from June 1966. I Wanna Be Loved to Death is the name of the tune. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's stay in the year 1966. Now, supposedly, this next 45, I think I saw it on Carolina Soul, I think, had this listed a couple of weeks ago. I think it went for some big bucks. I was lucky to find it in a box for 10 cents, so I'm not going to complain. It's on a label called Lumar Records. It says a subsidiary of Arctic Record Corp. Now, this label was owned by Esther Navarro. She wrote many of the songs, as some of you know, of the 1950s vocal group The Cadillacs. Also was their manager. But the other writer on this is Jesse Powell, so there is some Cadillac connection here, at least with those two. And he, of course, was the band leader on all the Cadillacs releases. Not to mention, he does his own song. He had his own instrumentals on the Josie record label. But and the flip side of this is a song called "You Are," which I think was done by the Cadillacs. But let's give a listen to the intended A-side here. It is with Jesse Powell and the orchestra. It's from 1966. The group is called the Executive Four. The Executive Four. It's on Lou Mar Records. It's called "I Got a Good Thing Going and I Ain't Gonna Blow It." The Executive Four.
Hotter than fire, hotter than my heart is filled with nothing but desire. Got a good thing going, ain't gonna blow it. I got a good thing going and you know I'm not gonna blow it. Coming down the street, when he start knocking and my heart skips a beat. I got a good thing going, ain't gonna blow it. I got a good thing going and you know I'm not gonna blow it. Good thing, good thing, good thing, good thing. Soft as the summer breeze, sweeter than the honey from a bee. I got a good thing going and I ain't gonna blow it. I got a good thing going and you know I'm not gonna blow it. Good thing, good thing, good thing, good
There you go. There you go. The sound of the Executive Four there. That is from 19. What did I say? I said, I'm sorry. That's from 65. What did I say? 66. Oh, no, I was okay. I didn't give you the year. 1965 release there. The Executive Four on the Lumar record label. I got a good thing going, and I ain't gonna blow it is the name of the tune. That is a fact. But let's flip it over. I think Timothy mentioned he asked to flip it over. I never played the flip side before, so this is the first time here on the program here. You know, we will do that. I'm going to guess this is a good it's a great ballad here. And again, I mentioned the song is called "You Are." I'm pretty sure this is the Cadillacs tune. Esther Navarro gets writing credit and Jesse Powell. Let's see how the flip side sounds. This is going out to Timothy in our YouTube chat room. These are the Executive Four. The Executive Four with an instant request for Timothy and their rendition of the tune "You Are."
You are so much to me. You are so very close to me. I tried in vain with someone new to take the place of you. I live and learn there can never be anybody like you are to me. You are my only loss. You are, and yet my only gain would be. That's the way you are to me. You are
There you go. Instant request there for Timothy in our YouTube chat room. That's the Executive 4. A nice ballad there, cover of the Cadillacs tune You Are from 1965 on the Lumar record label. Let's fill a request now for listener Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat as we go to Washington, D.C. for this group. And this is on Gene Dozier's DC Sound LT Limited. I keep on saying LTD. It's limited. Abbreviation for limited. DC Sound Limited label. And it's the debut single for this group. Their first of 3 on DC Sound. It features Frankie Carl on lead. Tune written by William Jackson, produced by Gene Dozier. Their first of 3 from August 68, Frankie Carl and the Dreams. And this is for Frank Chingaro. It's called I'm So Glad.
I know the time has come, it's late and you must go. But before you leave, there's something you should know. With you go my heart and my mind and my love and my care. And at night I'll say this in my prayer. I'm so glad she made me her love. I'm so glad she made me her love. Since that day we met, I've been in love with you. It was easy to forget all other girls I knew. So darling, take my heart and my mind and my love and my care. And at night I'll say this in my prayer. I'm so glad she made me her love. So glad, I'm so glad she made me her love.
August 1968 release there for Frankie Carl and the Dreams. Frankie Carl and the Dreams on the DC Sounds Limited record label, their first of 3 called I'm So Glad. That's going out to Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat. Of course, Frank and Gordon Skagberg, they are hosts of the Rhythm and Blues Serenade on Radio Hofstra, that is WRHU FM 88.7, streaming live on WRHU.org. That is Sunday afternoons beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till 5 p.m., spinning 1950s and early 60s vocal group harmony and R&B. So if you like vocal group harmony and R&B like Johnny G does, please tune in to the Rhythm and Blues Serenade with Frank and Gordon. That's Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time till 5 on WRHU out of Hofstra University and streaming on the net, WRHU.org. You can check that out. Also, I want to say thank you to Zeb, and he is the program director of KKSM out of Palomar College in San Marcos, California, that is now airing the Vinyl Treasure show, which is Sundays. It's on tape. It's on delay. I heard last Wednesday's show this Sunday. It's on here on the East Coast from 9 a.m. till 12 Eastern Standard Time. Out in California, it's 6 a.m. till 9 p.m., and that is KKSM 1320 a.m. It's also, they have a website that you can listen to. I forgot to write it down, but I will do that. But it's out of Palomar College, so I'm getting a lot of listeners of the out in San Marcos, California, that have been tuning into the program here. So I want to welcome those of you that have hopped on and have subscribed to my YouTube channel. So I don't know what he'll be spinning this week. Maybe, I don't know if it's the 50 show, but I definitely heard last Wednesday night's show on there. So I am now on that block for 3 hours, 9 to 12 here on the East Coast, 6 to 9 out on the West Coast. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Fill an O request for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room, and this singer first recorded for Motown Records in 1961, had 3 releases on the Motown label. Then he recorded for Pageant Records out of Philadelphia. This is the one that Warren requested his Pageant release out of Philadelphia. This tune written by Cal Mann and Dave Appel. This is from February of 63, going out to Warren Russell. This is Henry Lumpkin. Henry Lumpkin on the Pageant label. It's called Make a Change for Warren.
She calls all my boyfriends honey. Make a change, better make a change. She go with them, but she spend my money. Make a change, better make a change. Well, she keeps me blue and she keeps me broke. I have to get a job and it ain't no joke. Make a change. Better make a change. I bought a car down in honest Sam. Make a change, better make a change. I took a ride and I got in a jam. Make a change, better make a change. Well, she hit a tree with my automobile. The long line is sitting at the wheel. Make a change. Better make a change. Mama said stay in bed, there'll be days like this. But she don't know how this girl can kid. She's a bad motorcycle and she sure is tough. I really dig her stuff. Don't think that I haven't looked. Make a change, better make a change. But this girl really got me hooked. Make a change, better make a change. Well, she gives me nothing but a misery. But she's the only little girl for me. Make a change. Better make a change. Well, she'll make me wish that I was dead. I should have listened to what my mama said. Make a change. Better make a change. Make a change, better make a change. Oh, I know. Make a change, better make a change. Keep on trying, baby. Make a change, better make a change. I keep on trying. Make a change, better make a change. Make a change, better make a change.
There you go. That's going out to Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Henry Lumpkin. Henry Lumpkin on the Pageant label. That's a subsidiary, I would say, of Cameo Parkway. Make a Change is the name of the tune. The girls probably were the girls singing, maybe they were the same girls singing behind Bobby Rydell and all those other acts on the Cameo Parkway label. But that's February 63 going out to Warren Russell, Henry Lumpkin with Make a Change. Johnny G gonna make a change. We're gonna flip over that Frankie Carl and the Dreams record we played for Frank Gingaro. I'm so glad, because Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room said the flip side is good too. So we're going to send this one out to Leonard in our YouTube chat room. August 68 on the DC Sound Limited record label. Instant request for listener Leonard Mancini, Frankie Carl and the Dreams. The flip side of I'm So Glad. It's called Don't Be Afraid, parentheses, Do As I Say.
Don't be afraid, do as I say, baby. Don't be afraid, do as I say, baby. Girl, please come closer. Do it, do it. Look me in the eye. Do it, do it. Tell me that you love me more. That goes by. Don't be afraid, do as I say, baby. Don't be afraid, do as I say, baby. Put your arms around me. Do it. Squeeze with all your might. Do it. Pucker your lips and kiss me, girl. Do it. Taste love's pure delight. Don't be afraid, do as I say, baby. Don't be afraid, do as I say, baby. Yeah. Don't be afraid, do as I say, baby. Hold me, hold me. Don't be afraid, do as I say, baby. Don't be afraid, do as I say, baby. Don't be afraid, do as I say, baby. Don't be afraid, do as I
As going out to Leonard Mancini. Sounds like a controlling song. No, it's not. Really, that's Frankie Carl and the Dreams. August 1968 released their first of three on the DC Sounds Limited record label. Don't Be Afraid, parentheses, Do As I Say is the name of the tune. Unfortunately for... who asked me? Vinyl Gorilla asked if I have Punk 45. Very few Punk 45s in my collection. I was buying records in the 1970s as they were coming out, but again, I focused on vocal group harmony. Let's get on here. I focused on vocal group harmony records that I was... I guess I was turned on by my Aunt Mary. She would play these records for me as a kid. And again, I just turned 66 years old just this, in the beginning of September. So I wasn't around when a lot of these records... Well, I want to say that because I do remember a lot of these 60s records on the air. Because I used to listen to radio, AM radio, as a kid. And I tell you, the first record I ever bought, don't tell my group harmony friends, the first record I ever bought was the Archies, Sugar Sugar from 1969. That was the first record I bought. But the very last record I bought was in the record store was Taylor Dayne. Many of you know that. Taylor Dayne, Tell It to My Heart. That was the last 45 I bought in the store. But everything else now has been, well, I don't want to say everything else. Well, yeah, from that point on, everything was a collector's item. But I know I was always buying records, always, as it was an obsession, still is an obsession. But again, this is the first of 3 shows this week. This is the Soul Show. We broadcast live on YouTube. It's Johnny G. Vinyl Treasure Show, the 60s Soul Show. Also live on Oldies and More Radio. Tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have a 78 show all set up to go. So I'll be playing 78s on these Audio-Technica turntables. And then I'll be back Saturday night with the big show. I have a big turnout on Saturday night, 1950s and early 60s. I play those records by year. But I have other types of music in my collection because I ran labels for many, many years. So I bought everything on the label. Didn't get a complete label. I mean, some of the vocal group stuff, I do have complete labels. But you know what? If you're going to collect Capitol records, you know how many Capitol 45's there are that were released? Lots and lots. But I used to buy them for $1 or less. That's what I used to do. And then I had to stop. I just don't have room. And that's how come sometimes it's so difficult for me to find your requests, because they could be anywhere in the no humidity basement. But anyway, that's it. That's the show. I hope you enjoy it. Tell your friends about it. At least subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also give me a thumbs up if you enjoy what I'm doing. Sometimes, you know, the copyright police come out and they chase me. So I really can't play big hits. I got a very inspiring email today. I think the father's name was Russ, and he said that my show inspired his daughter to become involved in 50s music, and they went to the crash site of where Buddy Holly, the Big Bopper, and Richie Valens, you know, their plane crashed. Evidently that is a tourist attraction there. And I was very humbled by that email. I really was. But anyway, and I'm doing well on the diet. I got on the scale on Tuesday. I lost 26.3 pounds on the way. I've done it before, folks, so I'm going to continue with it. So I'm finding success. Hopefully you're finding success on these cool tunes. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's fill a request for listener Timothy in our YouTube chat room. This singer from Rosemark, Tennessee, first recording back in 1952 for the Modern record label. And that same year, he would move over to Don Roby's Duke Records, and he was recording as Bobby Blue Bland. He would have about 55 releases on the Duke record label through 1973. Now, Charlene's counted. This was his 43rd. Well, I can't. Is it Charlene? His 43rd release? It can't be. It's got to be less than that. Maybe the 72 one was 43, because that doesn't really make. It doesn't. I don't know if that's right. We got to check that, Charlene. His name was Robert Calvin Brooks, but of course, he recorded as Bobby Bland. This is a tune written by Don Roby. This was number 20 on the Billboard charts. This was a hit here. Here we are. We're playing around with hits. Number 3 on the R&B chart. And this was a big number 1 record on KDIA in Oakland, California. Let's go to February 64. By request for Timothy. Bobby Bland on Duke. It's called Ain't Nothing You Can Do. This is for Timothy.
When you got a headache powder soothe the pain. When you try to rest, Lord, you feel alright again. When you got a backache, a little rubbing will see you through. But when you got a heartache, there ain't nothing you can do. A man can't break a stone, so he tries another lick. An iceman can't cut his ice, no, Lord. So he buys another pick. Electric lights go out, but a candlelight will see you through. But when you got a heartache, there ain't nothing you can do. There ain't nothing you can do. I said there ain't nothing you can do. When you got a heartache, there ain't nothing you can do. When you meet a friend, you smile because you're glad. When a friend deceives you, it makes you feel so bad. When you lose your loved one, it makes you feel so blue. And then you got a heartache, and there ain't nothing you can do. Lord, there ain't nothing you can do. I said there ain't nothing you can do. Lord, yeah. Every time I think about it, I said every time I get lonely sometimes, there ain't nothing you can do, baby. Oh, there ain't nothing you can do. Sometimes I get so
As Bobby Bland. Bobby Bland, that's going out to Timothy. We'll also send it out to Dennis Fluharty. He likes the blues. He does February 64. It's on Don Robey's Duke Records. Ain't Nothing You Can Do. You know, that was also re-released as a B-side of a with 1972. I forget the A-side because I was like, I have this twice. I told Charlene, I don't know what she didn't put the flip side of the 72 release, but there you go. That's going out to Timothy. Let us fill another request, this time for listener Bill Old, as this singer sang with a group called the Daylighters. Recorded for the Cortland record label. That was out of Chicago, Illinois. I played it not too long ago. The Elephant Walk, a great record. I like that record, I do. But this is a solo release by him on Eddie Thomas and Curtis Mayfield's Thomas Records out of Chicago. And this singer goes by the name of Donald Jenkins. Now, I thought I had a nice copy of this, Bill, but I found this styrene copy, so I think it starts off a little rough, but then it plays okay later on. So let's give it a spin here. Donald Jenkins by request for Bill Olb in New Jersey. We go to June of 1970, touch of the 70s here on the All 60s edition on the Thomas record label. Donald Jenkins with A New World Beautiful for Bill.
Darling, I love you. It's the best thing, baby, just to be with someone that you really, really love. Baby. And every kiss will make you tingle like a little bitty baby, yeah. Baby. And baby, 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 I've been a no good guy. And I've got love in my heart, a new world beautiful. Ooh.
Touch of the 70s here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, June 1970 release there for Donald Jenkins. It's on the Thomas record label. A New World Beautiful is the name of the tune. I told you it started off rough because this is a styrene and somebody played that with a worn needle in it. You can't play styrene records with a worn needle. You're going to screw up the grooves. And it got clearer in the second half of the song. But that's requested by Bill Oble of New Jersey. He will be here, tentatively, Bill Oble will be here with another gospel show on a Thursday, October, I think it's the 17th. I think that is a Thursday, October 17th. He will be here at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, 2 to about 4:30. Bill will return, or maybe it'll be 5, because I have no limit, really, on the Thursday shows. But anyway, there you go. That's for Bill O. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Fill a request for listener Adrian Viterbo. He is in our YouTube chat room. He's listening down in Mexico. Now, on last Wednesday night's show, Adrian requested the debut single for this gal, a song called You Say You Love Me, and that was on the Tuba label. That was by D. Edwards. She also recorded for Mike Hank's D-Town record label out of Detroit. This is her first of 5 on the D-Town record label, tune written by Mike Hanks. And he produced it also. This charted number 15 if you were listening to WWIN in Baltimore, Maryland. We go to December of 1963, Charlene. I know that's a typo. December 1963. D. Edwards on the D-Town record label. This is for Adrian. It's called Too Careless for Love. Going out to Adrian in our YouTube chat. I think she's trying to sound like Mary Wells. That's what I say. But there you go, December 1963 release, D. Edwards. D. Edwards on the D-Town record label. And Charlene fixed the title there. Too Careless with My Love is the name of the tune. Johnny G can't be too careless with my 45's. I try to handle them pretty nice is what I do. And I try to make sure I clean them before I play them. That's what I don't want to. The needle. Although I don't spend a lot on my styli, and I got to order more. I'm running out of the styli. If I don't have new styli, I can't play the records. That is for sure. But let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show for this next singer from Kenner, Louisiana. He was known as Mr. Personality, I guess, because of a big hit he had on the ABC Paramount record label. But he started recording back in 1952 for Art Roof's specialty record label. But again, he was best known for his 1950s hits like Stagger Lee and Personality and Where Were You on Our Wedding Day. But he also owned or partially owned a number of labels, and I think he owned this Double L record label out of Los Angeles, California. He had 8 releases on the label. This is his 6th. It's a song he wrote. It was produced by Bill Ramal from November 65. Let's give a listen to Lloyd Price. Lloyd Price on Double L Records. It's called Youre Reading Me.
Want me near? It is simple as the ABC, but I'm getting to you loud and clear. Oh, baby, you're reading me. Do you catch that sparkle in my eye? Hey, 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 hey. Don't it say you something else to see? Hey, 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 hey. If you know it, here's the reason why. Oh, baby, you're reading me.
Go. That's Lloyd Price on his own label, Double L Records, from November 65. Youre Reading Me. That's his 6th release on the Double L record label. He has that other label in the 1970s. It looks like kind of psychedelic. It's like pink and purple and whatnot. I forget the name of it. Like a lot of those records. I got a whole bunch of 1970s records. Leonard Mancini's always requesting like some mid-1970s, which I don't mind. I just wish I knew ahead of time. I would have organized all that stuff. And plus, I'm sure I made some mistakes in the 1970s, because if the record looked like a 70s press, I just stuck it in there with the 70s stuff down in the no humidity basement. But I wish I had the time. I need a bunch of elves to come here and help me with the collection. Let us continue here. Let's fill a request for listener Edmund Williams. I think Edmund requested the flip side of this not too long ago, Unlucky Girl. And this is the easiest one to find by this gal, Patience Valentine, on Sam Cooke's SAR record label. She's out of Los Angeles, California, and she kind of disappeared. It's too bad, because she did. David mentioned it. She has a wonderful voice, I say, but this is her first release and her most. I'm sorry. This was her third of four. I take it back. But this is the easiest one to find by her. This isn't her first one. Unlucky Girl is the A side, but Edmund requested the flip side, a tune written by Sam Cooke. Let's go to May of 1963. May of 63 for Patience Valentine. This is for Edmund Williams, who collects the SAR label. He has this. It's called Ernestine. This is Patience Valentine for Edmund. B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go. And that's styrene. Amy wants Johnny G to make a styrene t-shirt. And I tell Barbara, she wants a Johnny, we got to get some t-shirts. You can kind of market the Vinyl Treasure Show. You know, I just don't have time to do all these things. There you go. That's a B-side for Edmund Williams. That's Patience Valentine there, May 1963. It's on Sam Cooke's SAR Records out of Los Angeles, California. Ernestine. Ernestine is the name of the tune. Let us continue here, and I'm pretty sure this next. Wait a minute. Charlene. Oh wait, where are the exits? Did I not put this in here? I don't see the exits here. But anyway, exits. Maybe I didn't type this in there. But anyway, these are the exits on the Gemini record label, and I will get the information on this. It's probably not on this page. I have the electrodes. They're next. But anyway, let's go to the Gemini record label for the exits. The song is called Under the Street Lamp.
And we don't care if the weather may be major league. But before he became the major league champ, he stood around just like me and the fellas under the street lamp. Under the street lamp. Street, street, in every city or every town. Street, street, under the street lamp. Street, street, under the street lamp. Street, street, under the street lamp. Under the street lamp. We can just hang on under the street lamp.
They're out of Los Angeles, California there. I don't know either. I didn't give Charlene this record because it's not on my cheat sheet there, but I have it. It's a July 1967 release. They're called The Exits. The Exits on the Gemini record label Under the Street Lamp. That lead singer there, his name is Jimmy Conwell. And this group included Esco Wallace, Goody, can't see his name there, Colbert, Lewis Hendricks, Charles, JohnnyG's eyes, Charles Colbert, and lead singer there, Jimmy Conwell. That was their second of two on the Gemini record label. This charted was a big #1 record on WVKO in Columbus, Ohio. And this comes two ways. Reed, I'll ask you if you know which one is first, because I think maybe the green label is possibly the first label. This, I have it on the yellow label. I only paid $5 for this, but it is a real press. I want to say it's not a fake record. It's not a bootleg. It's a real thing, but there you go. But I like that record. I do. Actually, both sides is good. Both sides are good on that label. Yeah, Warren says green is first. There you go. Anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And up next, a group, I think they're out of New York. The publishing is tied to Morris Levy of Roulette Records. The publishing is... I can't see it, but I put a picture of this on my YouTube page. So if you go to my YouTube page, John Galindo, you'll see it. I just can't see it. I'm telling you, I'm going to need cataract surgery. Not soon. She says they're not ripe yet, whatever that means. But I bought this from Greg Surik many, many years ago. He charged me $100 for this record. It's written by Windsor King. Produced by Jimmy Terrell, arranged by Tico Wilshire. Yeah, this is a New York record. This is on a label called Fran Records, manufactured by Empire City. And this is from July of '63. They're called the Electrodes. What a weird name. The Electrodes on Fran Records. The song is called Go Away.
Go away. charms, your weapon, your kiss a chain. You're on the jailhouse to torture and pain. This game to you has brought you pain. And I know it would only bring me shame. So go away. I've known boys like you. You're the kind of boy that never could be true. You would take away a heart, then you tear it all apart, then you laugh while you watch it rain. So little boy, go away, go away. I don't want your love. Please go away, go away. I don't want your go away.
There you go, July 63 there. July 63 release for the Electrodes. I mean, Greg used to bring over these records to me all the time because he said, oh, this guy buys records. Yeah, he does. So he said, Johnny G, I got some records here. I got some soul records today. And he would wheel and deal out of the back of his the car in the trunk there. He had all these records. So he goes, you got this? And he would show them to me. And I says, I got to hear it. And he had a little player too. So I said, yeah. And he goes, well, I have 150. I'll sell it to you for 100. So he sold me that for $100. The Electrodes. Long time ago now. Unfortunately, Greg has since passed away. And it was a year older than me, just kind of like dropped dead, unfortunately, really sad. And I was so impressed. I looked through a lot of his collection, very impressed. And I always was impressed with Greg's collection and his knowledge base too, by the way. But those are the Electrodes on Fran Records out of New York City, July 63. Go away. Johnny G ain't going away, not till after midnight, so I hope you can stick around with me and hope you like the show enough that you'll subscribe and tell your friends about it. We're here every Wednesday night right here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream, as you can watch me on your iPhone or your Android or your iTV or your PC or your tablet. I know all of you are tuned into the program, and thank you all for being here as we continue here and fill a request for a listener oldies fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat. As we go to Philadelphia now, this singer, first recording for Bess Berman's Apollo Records back in 1955. I think he had about 9 releases on the Apollo label between 55 and 58. Then I think he recorded for the Singular label out of Philadelphia, had a couple of releases on Singular. Then he had one on the Mala label. Then he signed with Atlantic, tons of releases on the Atlantic label. Now, Oldies fan requested his second release. Actually, I'm playing the B-side of the record. The A-side charted for him, actually did very well for him, was a top 20 record, was 24 on Billboard, 21 on Cashbox, a song called Just Out of Reach. But this is the B-side of the record from August 61, going out to Oldies fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat room. Solomon Burke on the Atlantic label. It's called Bebop Grandma.
Peeping through the window, watching Grandma do the rock and roll. Peeping through the window, watching Grandma do the rock and roll. She can rock away to save her soul. She's a bebop grandma, you think she's a sweet 16. She can dance so good, she can keep up with Maybelline. If I didn't know it was Grandmama, there was a rock and roll queen. Oh, people through the window watching Grandma do the rock and roll. People through the window watching Grandma do the rock and roll.
She gonna go here soon to save her soul. She's a fan, the bandstand, watches each and every day. She can dance to each and every record any jockey can play. She's a hip shaking grandmama, hip, 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 hooray. Oh, shake it one time for me, Gramps. Or don't you break it, please don't break it. Woo! Shake it one time for me, girl. Come on and shake it now, baby, let's shake it. Hey, shake it one time for me. Hey, peeping through the window, watching Grandma do the rock and roll. Alright, peeping through the window, watching Grandma do the rock and roll. Yeah, she can rock so fine, good enough, child, to save her soul. Oh, come on and shake it one time for me, Gramps. Don't you break it, please don't break it. Woo! Shake it one time for me, girl. Come on and shake it now, baby, let's shake it. Hey, shake it, everybody, don't you let it break it now. Oh, ride it with me. Hey, she's alright with me.
There you go. That is a rockin' tune there by Solomon Burke. Solomon Burke, that is from August 61 on Atlantic Records. You really mentioned Bandstand. I'm sure that's American Bandstand. That is Bebop Grandma. I'm sure I have some Bebop Grandmas in my audience tonight. If you dig it. And this is the greatest music, I have to say. It is. And they don't make music like this anymore. It really isn't. But I get so many great emails from the listeners. And if you want to get in touch with me, you can email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the contact for requests. Again, if I have the 45, I will feature it here on the program. And if it fits the format of the show, yes, I will. But let us continue here to stay in Philadelphia now. For Lee Andrews and the Hearts. Now, supposedly, this first came out on the Crimson label in 1964. I don't know. I've never seen it. Reed, have you seen this on the Crimson label? I don't know, but I have it on Jerry Green's Lost Night label. And actually, this is like, if we call it a third press, because this was pressed by, Atlantic Records. And I had it in the original Atlantic sleeve, and it's a promo copy of this. But I think this is on the blue label. I think is the first press of this when Jerry Green put it out. But it's their first of three they had on the Lost Night label, and this did chart. This charted number 17 on WJMO in Cleveland, Ohio. Lee Andrews and the Hearts, very big in the Philadelphia area, and had so many great hits in the 1950s and in soul records in the 1960s too. But this is from August 65, Lee Andrews and the Hearts. I have it on Lost Night Records. It's called Cold Gray Dawn, Lee Andrews and the Hearts.
Dawn! Still wet from my tears. High times, the sunlight I knew for years. Oh yeah. Oh no, don't laugh just yet. True love someday I'll get, and the cold gray dawn will fade as springtime near. My dear, cold gray dawn. Midnight, I gave up my search, my ship to come in. Sunrise,
there is no sunrise. Dark clouds once again, but one day my restless eyes, still wet from tears, will find that girl. Oh yeah, when she comes near, then there'll be no more.
Sounds of Philadelphia here on the All 60s edition from August 65 on Lost Night Records. Lee Andrews and the Hearts. A nice tune there called Cold Gray Dawn is the name of the tune. The weather's been pretty decent, although it was a little bit humid today. I like it less humid. I love the fall, I do, but it's been getting cold at nighttime, but I don't like the humid weather. I like it nice, crisp, and dry. Johnny G spinning my 45's here on a Wednesday evening. Hope you're digging on the tunes. If you are, please give me a thumbs up and tell your friends about it, and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thank you if you have done so. I so much appreciate that, and I appreciate you all being here tuned into the program. Let us continue here. Let's go to New York City now to Nate McCallah's Calla record label for this next group, but I have no information on the group, but they're called Cecil Garrett and the Fascinations. The tune is written by Robert Banks. I know that name. He was a member of the Four Fellows and married to Bessie Banks, by the way, who did go now, and also Fred Middleton. And this is from December of 65. It's on the Calla label. There's a part 1 and part 2. We're going to give a listen to part 1. Cecil Garrett and the Fascinations on Calla. It's called Bear Cat, part 1.
Heard you coming in at 3:45. Heard you trying to put the key in the door. Heard you trying to dip into the room. Don't you worry, I'm gonna take care of you soon, because you just like a bear cat. Oh yeah, you look like a bear cat. Oh yeah, you walk like a bear cat. Oh yeah, running round doing little this and that. Bear cat. Oh yeah, you just like a bear cat. Oh yeah, you look like a bear cat. Oh yeah. Went to the store to get a loaf of bread. Gone so long, I thought you was dead. Came back about a week ago. I looked at you and said, no, 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 because you just like a bear cat. Oh yeah, you just like a bear cat. Oh yeah, you're walking like a bear cat. Oh yeah, running round doing little this and that.
There you go. That's Cecil Garrett and the Fascinations, December 1965. I told you I ran I ran thousands of labels. I'm telling you. The dealers would call me up, and I would say, look, the best day to call me is a Sunday afternoon. And they would call me, and they'd just read off records and their number. Oh, do you need Cala number? Whatever it is. And then they would some of them would be cheap. It really wasn't that I was spending a lot of money on these records at the time, because I was spending a lot of money on rare vocal groups from the 1950s. And I did have a limit. I never really bought anything over until the end of last year. Never used to spend more than $3,000 on a 45. Never did. Had to put limits on it because it adds up. Even if you buy $20 records, $120 records, it adds up. It does. But that's Cecil Garrett and the Fascinations, December 65, on the Cala label, Bearcat Part 1. As we continue here on the All 60s edition, and let's go to Dallas, Texas for this group. Started back in 1958. Did they really? What label were they on? I don't know. But, oh, wait a minute. They might have been, well, wait a minute. I don't want to open a can of worms here because I didn't get to, I have to check some of these things first. But this group recorded for the many different labels. So, what is that label, that maroon label that I'm thinking of? I can't remember it, as Johnny G draws a blank. But I don't have the history of the group, unfortunately. I only have, they came into the spotlight when they recorded for the Bell label. They had two releases on Bell, and one in 68 called I Ain't Got to Love Nobody Else, and in 69 they had a great tune that is a favorite here. I know many of you listeners like that song called I'm Just an Average Guy, and they fought, well, that was on the AGP record label, I think. No, or was it on Bell? It doesn't say. But this is on the AGP record label. It features Lee Hatem on lead. This charted number 30 on WHIH in Norfolk, Virginia. Let's go to May of 1969. The Masqueraders. There's a lot behind this group too, folks. I just don't have the info. The Masqueraders on the AGP label. The song is called Say It. That's May 69 release there on AGP Records, The Masqueraders. Masqueraders on AGP. Say It is the name of the tune. They are very well liked, the Masqueraders here. They have some great ballads and some cool up-tempos too, but a lot of great releases. This great group out of Dallas, Texas. Let us continue here. Let's fill a request for listener Bob Cruz in Maryland. Actually, this is going to be a kind of like which one is the better version. And I have a female, well, actually this song, well, let's talk about the song. The song is called He's Mine. Now, this song was originally done by a gal by the name of Alice Wonderland. She did it on the Bardell record label. I'm going to say 63. It's not here, but it was first done by her. And then there's this cover tune that was done by these gals out of Philadelphia. First recording, I think is the Taffies first on the Pageant label. They're out of other Philly labels, Pageant and Parkway and Fairmount, and also recorded for Amy. But they would change their name to the Swans. And they were, I guess maybe because they're recording on the Swan label. That's probably the reason why. But they're a trio. They included Jeannie Thomas, Rosa Waters, and Pat Cummings. This one arranged by Joe Renzi. So we're first going to hear the female version cover of this from July of 63 by the Swans on the Swan label. Then I'm going to follow it up because Bob Cruz kind of mentioned this to me. We're going to go, who was it? Tim Elliott in the chat that talked about if I had any UK British groups. Well, this is a British group. This group out of Liverpool, England. So this is the male version of the song. This quartet on the Interphon record label, and this is the male version of the song. It features Eddie Amu on lead. They were known as the Chants. They actually have a few releases here in the U.S. I think on Cameo too, by the way, if I'm not mistaken. But two earlier releases on the Cameo label, and it's from July 64. So we're going to play both in succession, and you tell me which one you like better. But this isn't the original. First up, we got the girl version, then we'll follow it up with the male version, which is from July 64. This is from July 63. First, the Swans on Swan for Bob Cruz. The song is called He's Mine.
He's mine.
she's mine. Oh, she's mine. She's so fine. It's mine, all mine. She's mine. Yes, she's mine. Oh, she's mine.
There you go. That's going out to Bob Cruz in Maryland. That is the comparison of the two. First, we heard the girl version of that by a group called the Swans. He's Mine on the Swan record label from July 63. Followed it up for this group out of the UK, The Chance from July 64 on Interphon Records. She's Mine is the name of the tune. So there you go. Take your pick. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, we go to Akron, Ohio for this next group. It's a request for listener David Silberg in our YouTube chat room. They had 14 releases on the Cap record label. This the guys recorded as another group. Charlene doesn't have it here. I thought I said we were going to put it here on all the anyway, this group's biggest hit was a song called Our Day Will Come, and that featured the lead voice of Ruby Nash. That was their first release for the Cap record label, and David requested the B-side to their 8th release on the Cap label, a tune written by Hal David and Burt Bacharach. This song first recorded by Dionne Warwick. She did it on her 1963 LP called Dionne Warwick, came out on the Scepter label. Also, Maxine Brown did this record too. She covered it on a 45 in June of 64, but this is from September 64. As a B-side, I forget the flip side. I got to flip the record over here. I just don't recall what it was, but this is for David Silberg, September 64, Ruby and the Romantics, Ruby Nash on lead on the Cap label, and their rendition of the tune, I Cry Alone.
When no one else can hear me, when friends come by to cheer me, I smile and say I feel okay, but I cry alone each lonely night without you. But when they talk about you, I make believe I never grieve. And here in my room, where no one else can find me, I lock the door behind me, and I cry, please, come on, come back to me. Oh, how I long to kiss you. If friends say I don't miss you, they just don't know how I cry alone.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go. That's by request for listener David Silberg in our YouTube chat. And that's the sound of Ruby and the Romantics, September 64 release. That's the flip side of When You're Young and in Love. That was the A-side. That was the side that was played on the radio. That's the B-side there. Song entitled I Cry Alone. That one there on the Cap record label. And let's go back to the 70s. We're going to send this one out to Santi because I have ventured into 1973 before. Let's do it with this group from St. Louis, Illinois. Okay, St. Louis, Illinois. First recorded in 1968 for the Arch label. Then they had a release on Vanessa in 1977. They had on Stan Lewis's Paula record label. This is their fifth. A tune written by Bobby Patterson and Jerry Strickland. And this was co-arranged by the lead singer of this group. His name is Phil Terry. Let's give a listen to the Montclairs. Although this doesn't sound like a song from 1973, it was released in May of 73. I was in high school in 73. I was class of 76. This is May 73. They're called the Montclairs on Paula Records. It's called I Need You More Than Ever, the Montclairs. That's the sound of the Montclairs here on the All 60s edition, although a touch of the 70s here. May 1973 release on the Paula record label. That's their fifth of seven, with Phil Terry on lead. The Montclairs with I Need You More Than Ever. Those are the records I was buying back then. Well, I would find them at whenever I would go out there at thrift shops and whatnot, because I didn't have a lot of money in 1973, so I had to stick with the cheapo records to buy back then. But I'm sure there were lots of records available back in 73. I just didn't have the means to buy them all. Imagine if I did. But let us continue here, and let's stay with the 1970s. Actually, this is a request for listener Adrian Viterbo. And I'm going to play another couple records back to back because I think this record was stolen from the original person that did this record. This group is out of Washington, D.C., and the members are Patricia Watts Boss, Randy Boss, Kevin Jordan, Ronnie Jordan, Donnie Chills, and the lead singer Royal Torrance. They had 8 releases on Stanley Little's Try Us label out of Houston, Texas. Now, Adrian requested their 3rd, and the writer credit here is given to the lead singer, Royal Torrance. And he also co-produced it, again, with, I think, Huey Moe. But he went by the name of Little Royal on this. But, okay, this is from March of 72. By request for Adrian Viterbo. We're going to hear this one, and then I'm going to play a record by Garland Green, follow it up, which came out in July of 69 on the Uni label. But first up, we'll hear this one by Little Royal and the Swing Masters. And that again with Royal Torrance on lead, March 72 on Try Us Records. The song is one word. It's called Jealous. This is for Adrian.
I got something to say right here. You know, I'm not jealous because I'm mean, honey. I'm jealous because I love you. And I don't want nobody else to have you. Now, you know what? If you got someone that you really love, you don't mind standing looking that person dead in the eye and tell them you really love them. How many of you women out there that's been in love before? You know, really you love that someone so much, there was nothing in the world that you wouldn't do for them. You'd cook the food, put it on the table for them, wash their dirty clothes. Nothing in the world that you wouldn't do for that love. But deep down in your heart, you know that that someone don't care a doggone thing about you. Now you can't help but cry sometimes. But you know what? If you see them with someone else, you know you love them. You know you got to be jealous of them. Because when you love someone, you don't want nobody else to have your love. And that's why I got to stand up today, baby, and tell you something like this. You know what? I'm so jealous. Yes, I am. I'm so jealous of you, baby. Yes, I am. I'm not ashamed of you, baby. No, I'm not. I don't mind standing up and telling the whole world about it. Can't you see me down on my knees calling to you, baby? Saying I love you, I love you, I love you. Sometimes I got to go all night long, but I don't mind crying for you, baby. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. You know what? I can't help it, but I got to say it. Once I was in love with a woman. I didn't have sense enough to know how much she meant to me. You know what? When I saw her with someone else, I didn't know what love was, how much love was to be jealous of her. But when that woman walked out and left me standing alone, do you know I began to burn all inside? And I just like to walk over and hold your hand. And I'd like to tell you something like this. I'd like to say, baby, baby, oh baby, I just want to be your man. Can I be your man, baby? And she looked at me with tears in her eyes. And these are the words that she began to say. She began to say, oh baby, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous of you, honey. I don't want nobody else to have you. Because I just love you. Yes, I do. Yes, I love you. I love you. I love you. Can't you see me down on my knees crawling to you, baby? I'm crawling because I
today. Hello, hello, baby. Please don't be too mad at me because I punched that guy last night. But let me explain before you say anything. I know I was wrong, just like you said. I let my jealousy go straight to my head, and I apologize, so please don't cry. I want you to know this is one sorry guy. I love you, love you. I'm just a jealous kind of fella.
Jealous kind of fella. Hey, hey,
You see, and another thing, I know I embarrassed you, baby. And I'm so ashamed. Yes, I am now. I realize ever since we've been together, you've given me more happiness than any man can claim. Yes, you did now. If you're still mad of the silly things I didn't say, now don't it hurt me, but don't desert me. You got me out of my head. I love you, love you. I'm just a jealous kind of fella.
jealous kind of fella. Hey, hey, hey,
Baby, don't hang up on me.
kind of fella.
You see,
Jealous
wait, hello,
fella.
hello.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a ballad of a song there, but first we heard Little Royal and the Swing Masters from March of '72 on the Try Us record label with a song called Jealous. And this tune was called Jealous Kind of Fella, as done by the singer originally from Dunleith, Mississippi, but relocated to Chicago. Now, he was discovered by Joe Armstead, who loved his voice, and had him record for her Gamma label up in Detroit. Then he has I think he's got some releases on the Review label, and this is on the Uni label. This was his first of 3 on the Uni label, a song he co-wrote. Again, produced by Joe Armstead and Mike Terry. This charted number 20 on Billboard, number 5 on the R&B chart, number 2 record on KGFJ. If you were listening in Los Angeles, California, from July '69, that's Garland Green. Garland Green on the Uni label with Jealous Kind of Fella. Johnny G is not your jealous kind of DJ. I'm just an amateur. I just play my 45s. Hope you're digging on the tunes. If you are, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. We're also live on the Oldies and More radio network here for a Wednesday evening. Let us continue here for this gal from Detroit, Michigan. And her debut single would come out on the Giant label. I think Giant Records might have been a Joe Armstead label too, if I'm not mistaken. That record would get picked up by RCA, and That's How I Have It. This tune written by Nick Ashford and Andrew Terry. This charted number 21 on WCHB in Detroit. As we go to RCA Records, I think Greg sold me this. I think he did. March '66. Let's give a listen to Lorraine Chandler. Lorraine Chandler on RCA Records. This is the second press. It's called What Can I Do?
What can I do? Where can I go? Where do you go when you know that the end has come? What do you do when you've lost your only one? You can't sit around nursing your
That sounds like a Motown beat to me, but it's by Lorraine Chandler there, first of three on the RCA record label. I think that first came out on the Giant label. That's the first way. I had a chance to buy the Giant. I just didn't want to pay all the money. All her records are in demand, I have to say, and that is a great dancing tune, I have to say. March 66, Lorraine Chandler on RCA Records. What Can I Do is the name of the tune. What you can do is subscribe to my Vinyl Treasure show here on YouTube, and also tell your friends about it. The first show of the week, we do 3 shows. It's actually 2.5 shows I average. That's the average every week. But again, I play only a vinyl 45s. It's cool because I'm a collector of the 45, and I've been doing it for most of my lifetime. I am retired now. I am a caretaker of my 2 parents, elderly parents. My mother is my biggest fan. She's tuned into the program. My sister Tony's also tuned in. She's here for a few days here. So my mother has trouble typing. She's got neuropathy in her fingers, so she can't type. She's 88 and tuned into the program. She's reading everything you write, and she's writing down all your names. So she's, what do they say? She's taken down names and numbers is what she's doing. But again, she writes down her favorite tunes, and she likes these soul records and my 50 show too, and the 78 show tomorrow. So stay tuned. Let's continue here on the All 60s edition. Let's fill another request for listener Bill Olb in New Jersey. Now, the lead singer of this group first started recording back in 1956 as a member of the DuPonts. Then in 1957, he became lead singer of the Chesters. They recorded for Apollo Records. But in 58, he met up with ex-Valentine's lead singer Richard Barrett. He was at the time the A&R man for record mogul George Goldner, and they were able to sign. He signed his group to Goldner's End label, and they were known as the Imperials, and had a big hit with their first release on the End label called Tears on My Pillow. A great 2-sided 45. 2 Kinds of People in the World is the flip side. That's a song you'll hear on a Saturday night show. Or if I have the 78, you might hear it on the 78 show. But when they promoted that song on Dick Clark's American Bandstand, he introduced Anthony Guardine as Little Anthony, and that kind of stuck, and that's how he became Little Anthony, along with the Imperials. Then in 1961, the group disbanded, but then in 64, they would reunite. They met up with Teddy Randazzo, who brought them over to Don Costa's DCP International label, where they found success again. Had big hits again on the charts in the mid-60s with Hurt So Bad, Going Out of My Head, and others. Then in 1966, United Artists would purchase Costa's DCP label and move the group over to their Veep, V-E-E-P subsidiary. And they would have 19 releases on the Veep label. This was their first. And was this I think this was the B-side of the 45 that Bill requested. We're going to flip it over because the flip side is a big Northern Soul tune that a lot are looking for. But this was their first, written by Teddy Randazzo and Victoria Pike. This is from April 66 for Bill Olb in New Jersey. Little Anthony and the Imperials on Veep Records. It's called The Wonder of It All for Bill.
The wonder of it all is that I don't know why you fell in love with me. I'm just a silly clown, as anyone can see. That's the wonder of it all. The wonder of your love is that I know it's not a love to last a day. You make me feel of it all. That's the wonder of it all. Ooh, that's the wonder of it all.
April 1966 release there for Little Anthony and the Imperials. That's by request for Bill Olb on the Veep record label. The Wonder of It All. That's the sound that they had in 1964 with all those cool records on DCP. So they kept it with that record. We're going to flip it over because Mark Speck could attest that the flip side is probably an in-demand record. I think it is, but I paid $1 for this 45. And again, I was running the Veep label. I don't have everything on Veep records. There's some pretty rare, or I should say expensive soul records on the Veep label. But let's flip the 45 over. This one, again, written, produced, and arranged by Teddy Randazzo. And this charted a number 54 on Billboard. It was a number 12 record on WYSL, if you were listening in Buffalo, New York. This is the A side of the 45 from April 66. Little Anthony and the Imperials on Veep Records. It's called Better Use Your Head.
You better stop and think what you're saying. You better hold on, make sure you're sold on letting me go.
Letting me go.
Make sure you know you want us to part. You think because your heart's flying high now, he won't deceive you, but he's gonna leave you. Don't be misled.
Don't be misled.
Think with your head and not with your heart. Better use your head just for a minute. Better turn around what's saying. Better use your head before it's too late and I'm gone. Better use your head to tell me you will never find another love like me. Oh, like you. Hey, baby, use your head. Believe in me. Use your head, and you will see he's only using you. So use your head. I know I'm not the one who should tell you. You think I'm lying. You think I'm trying hard to hold on.
Hard to hold on.
Putting you on to fool with your mind. He's been all over town telling people he's gonna get you. He will let you go when he's through.
Go when he's
Ready for you when he leaves you behind. Your head, just for your head. Better turn around what's saying. Better use your head before it's too late and I'm gone. Better use your head to help you. You will never find another love like me if you hold like me. Hey, baby, use your head. Believe in me. Use your head, and you will see he's only using you. So use your head. Why don't you just just for a minute. Better turn around what you say. Better use your head
There you go. That's the A and B. Well, that's the A side. The A and B side of Little Anthony and the Imperials. We heard You Better Use Your Head, which was the intended A side, from April 66. And we played the B-side first, a request for listener Bill Olb. The Wonder of It All is the name of the tune. The wonder of it all is that Johnny G is here till about a little after midnight. We'll be spinning till a little bit of midnight. I have a 78 show I'll be doing tomorrow afternoon, beginning at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I know many of you work. The show will be up on the archive. It usually is up automatically right after I sign off. Sometimes YouTube is very difficult to deal with. If you ever go looking for the show, usually you'll get an email when I'm on if you have subscribed. And I think that's what happens. When I go live, you should, if you click that bell, to receive all notifications. And then you can just click that email and it'll take you to the show. And sometimes if you do that and it's a blank stream, it says blocked, it's because the copyright police I played something that they say I did not have authority to do. And when I don't have, and I can't get anybody there to because artificial intelligence identifies what I play, and they don't know everything, and they don't program it right. They have to constantly update it. So when it identifies an international song that I'm playing here, because they know I'm in the U.S., and there's different rules in different countries, they'll block the show. I'm like, oh, you just played Bing Crosby. I did not play Bing Crosby, and I can't even argue with them. And then what happens is every record that comes up as a copyright issue gets nabbed, and they don't let me remove the song. They used to let me remove the song, so you may be watching some of my older videos and you won't hear the sound. And maybe you've seen that on some of the clips on YouTube. When you see it and there's no sound, they blocked it just for that song. And so they want the video to be seen. And that's what I told them. I said, all right, I don't want to argue with your screw up on AI. Let me just remove the song. They won't let me do it. And I can't get anybody, and they say, well, do you have a right to play it? I said, well, I don't know. I own the record. Okay, I paid for the record. I'm not stealing it. Maybe some people steal it off my show, but they're difficult. And even for your own enjoyment, but they like my show. The owners of the content like the show because it streams for 3 hours or 4 hours, and they like all the advertisements that go on the show. They like that. I say, fine. Okay, but let it play. And listen, it comes down to dollars and cents. I'd love to have my own format. I'd love to play Buddy Holly and Richie Valens records, and Elvis Presley records or Beatle records. I can't play Beatles on my show. They'll shut me down in a heartbeat. But anyway, ow. Let us continue here. I don't know. I don't want to burden you with the problems that I have with YouTube, but they have, and a lot of people have been going to my archives, okay, that maybe haven't been listened to for a while, because the archives are there. They go back to 2015. So I'll get these emails. Your show is blocked in some countries. I'm like, okay, I really don't care about Russia because that seems to be the hot country now. But I don't want it blocked like in the UK or in some of the European places that I have a lot of listeners in, especially the UK, Canada, and United States. Those three I have to have visible. But it's very difficult, and I can't fight them because I will lose every time. But let's continue here, because I went through looking for an old box of records, and I said, is anything in here that is any decent? And I found this record. It's kind of scratched up, but the group is called, and I was like, what is this record anyway? But they're called the Party Brothers. So I was like, what is this record? Charlene has some cool information here about this group. Now, this group was formed by George D. Bishop III while at Aint University in Greensboro, North Carolina. And they have this 45 on Tony Roman's, I think that's Canusa, Kanusa, Canusa Records, out of Darren, I need you here, Canusa Records out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. So is this a Canadian press? I didn't think it was. I thought it was a U.S. press because it's got like Amy Malabelle, but I don't know. But the song was written by George Bishop and Walter Wright, produced by J-Mo Thomas. Now, we know J-Mo Thomas from up Chicago way. And they backed, what is this? I guess these Party Brothers, wait a minute, backed up J-Mo Thomas on the SSI and the Decca in 67, I guess. I don't know what that is, but supposedly this charted number 44 on KAPE in San Antonio, Texas. So I don't know, is this a Canadian thing in the U.S. or it was brought down? It's a U.S. press. We'll show it again, but it's from November 67. They're called the Party Brothers. It's on maybe it's Can USA, not Canusa, like Canadian USA. We're going to have to look at that again. The song is called, well, let me know what you think of the song. The Party Brothers, Let Me Be the One is the name of the tune. Scratchy.
Let me be the one to kiss you each night. Let me be the one to hold you tight. Baby, I need you now more than ever. Can't you see that we belong together? Darling, no matter what we have to do, remember together we'll see it through. Baby, you're welcome here in my arms. If you will only just let me be the one. Let me be the one that makes plans for two. Let me be the one to talk love to you. We'll be so happy, having so much fun. If you will only just let me be the one. I want to be the one to love you, baby. I want to love you and kiss you and hug you and make you my girl. Just let me love.
So what did you think of that record? That's a cool low rider, I guess, and a cool tune. Listen, it was like I was ready to throw the records out. I said, well, let me look at these things again. I found that in there. The Party Brothers is that's not from November 67 on the Can USA label as the Copyright Police come out. You see that? Why? Because it's a Canadian song? I don't know. I don't know. Listen, I don't want to talk about it. Let Me Be the One is the name of the tune. Let Johnny G be your disc jockey for a Wednesday evening right here on YouTube, also live on Oldies and More Radio as we continue here. Let's go up to Chicago now. Feel a request for listener Oldies Fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith in our YouTube chat room. This is on a label called Satellite Records, and the song co-written and produced by Monk Higgins, who was also behind other labels or other artists on this label like Mamie Galore, Butch Baker, and others. Now this group is called the Fantasians. The Fantasians, and this is the A-side of their single. They actually would have one more on the Thomas label, but this is their first on Satellite Records, October 65, going out to Oldies Fan in our YouTube chat room. The Fantasians on Satellite with That's Where the Action Is. There you go. That's by request for listener Oldies fan Joseph Smith. The Sound of the Fantasians, October 1965. It's on the Satellite record label. That's Where the Action Is. The action is right here on the Vinyltreasure Show with your host, Johnny G, as we continue. And let's go to Detroit, Michigan. Fill a request for listener Adrian Viterbo, and it's the Sound of Motown here. I told you, actually, I have a comparison. We're going to do a two Motown, well, this is the original of the song, and then we're going to do a cover of the tune. Well, this is the original version of this song. It's actually the sixth release for the Miracles on the Tamla record label. This tune written by Smokey Robinson and produced by Berry Gordy Jr. The A-side of the 45 was their tune called What's So Good About Goodbye, but this is the B-side, and then we're going to follow it up with a version done by the Temptations that was released as another B-side to their hit called You're My Everything, which was actually taken from the LP Getting Ready. So this was the original that came out in December of 61. This actually charted number 2 on WUST in Bethesda, Maryland. Then we're going to hear the cover which also charted number 21 101 on KAPE in San Antonio, Texas in June of 67. But this one is by request. Up first, The Miracles by request for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. The Miracles with I've Been Good to You for Adrian.
Look what you've done. You made a fool out of someone who thought love was true and found out that you were just having fun. Oh yeah. Oh, why do you wanna make me blue? After all, I've been good to you. Oh yes I have. Whoa, I recall the time you needed somebody and I made you mine. You needed a friend, so I took you in and treated you kind. Oh yeah. Oh, why do you wanna make me blue? After all, I've been good to you. I have always been around, and I have never, never let you down. Now you're telling me that you must go. You know that you're hurting me so. But there'll come a time. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day you're gonna wake up and find you'll come back to me on your bending knees. You're gonna be crying. Oh, believe me, what I say is true. After all, I've been good to you. Oh, yes, I have. I've been good, I've been good, I've been good. Every day. I've been good, I've been good, I've been good.
Look what you've done. You made a fool out of someone. Who thought love was true and found out that you were just having fun. And oh, why do you wanna make me blue? After all, But there come a time, one day you're gonna wake up and find you come back to me on your bending knee, and you're gonna be crying. And oh, believe me, what I say is true, baby. After all, Lord, I've been good to you every day, in every way. You know, I've been so good.
There you go. That's a battle of the tunes there. That one there from June 1967. That's Eddie Kendricks and the Temptations, their rendition of the Miracles tune, I've Been Good to You. That one there on the Gordy record label. That is the flip side to You're My Everything. That was actually off an LP. Getting Ready was the LP. And then prior to that, we heard Adrian's Request from December 61. The original version is done by the Miracles, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles on Tamla Records, I've Been Good to You. Hopefully Johnny G has been good to you on a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. Let's go back a couple records here, do an instant request for listener Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. Now, Joe Smith requested the Fantasians from October 65 on satellite. That's where the action is. Mark asked for the flip side, so let's flip it over here. These are the Fantasians with their tune called Unnecessary Tears for Mark Speck. Instant requests here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go. That's going out to Mark Speck, the Fantasians. That record all worth $1 that I paid for that 45, collecting that satellite record label. October 65, the Fantasians with Unnecessary Tears. We played the flip side. That's where the action is for Oldies Fan. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's go to Memphis, Tennessee now for this next singer. She had this one release on the Gold Wax record label. Her name is Barbara Perry, not to be confused with the country singer by the same name, although the price guides do group them together. I don't know why they do that. But this appears to be her only release. This charted number 14 on WAAA in Winston-Salem, North Carolina from February 1967. Let's give a listen to Barbara Perry. Barbara Perry on Gold Wax Records. It's called Say You Need It. Barbara Perry. That's a February 67 release there for Barbara Perry, her only release on the Gold Wax record label. Say You Need It is the name of the tune. Say You Need That 45. As the copyright police come out on that record, which is kind of unusual. You see, once I seem to be having trouble with the Motown records for some reason. I don't know what it is, but when I get to but again, it's a number of hours too, because I've been here since 9 p.m. Eastern time. So they are out. It says, they warn me, heads up, we've detected audio in your stream belonging to someone else. Your stream may be temporarily blocked unless you stop playing the song. Really now, is what they're telling me. But anyway, we continue here, and we fill a request for listener Edmund Williams. I have a funny feeling this is going to get me shut down, but we'll give it a try. Now remember, if the show is not up there, because there should, if you have to go like tomorrow. Let's say you're leaving and go to sleep, and you're going to come back tomorrow and want to watch the show. So you go to the live tab and you go there, and if you don't see the show, if you don't see the 18th, September 18th, 60s Soul Show, they took it down. It won't be there. So what I'll do is go to the community tab. There's a tab. It's the last tab on JohnnyG's Vinyl. It's the last tab on my YouTube page there. There's a bunch of tabs. There's like 4, I think. And there's a community tab. I will post the link there so it'll bring you right to the audio. I know people have complained, but it's not the same. I want to see you. No, they want to see the records. They don't want to see me. So, but listen, at least you can hear it. So I'm just telling you, maybe it's going to happen. They're still up there. I don't know. Maybe they're recording me for all I know. But anyway, let's see here, because chronologically, I don't know if the information is going to be all chronologically spaced out here, but this is a request for listener Edmund Williams. And let me see, I'm going to have to jump around. This singer, born November 28th, 1944, at the U.S. Air Force Base in Georgetown, Guyana. His real name, well, I don't know. Is he still alive? I don't know. Is Ronald Bertram Aloysius Greaves III. And he is half American Indian, and he was raised on a Seminole reservation in California. He was also the nephew of Sam Cooke, okay? But then he would move to England in 1963. Began recording in the UK as Sonny Child and the TNTs. Here in the States, I guess his debut, or his first record, first US release, was a big hit for him, which Edmund wanted to hear, was called Take a Letter, Maria. He followed it up with this song, which was a tune written by Burt Bacharach and Hal David, first recorded by Lou Johnson back in 1964 on the Big Hit record label. But this tune charted number 27 on Billboard, number 22 on Cashbox, number 50 on the R&B chart, and number 5 on KISN in Vancouver, Washington. Well, yeah, and of course, he is no longer alive. Unfortunately, he passed away on September 27th of 2012. He was only 68 years old. He passed away from prostate cancer. So there you go. That's the lowdown. But let's go to December of 1969 by request for Edmund Williams. And of course, Edmund is requesting the flip side of this. This is R.B. Greaves. R.B. Greaves from December 69 on the Atco label with his rendition of the tune. I want to make sure I got the title right. Always Something There to Remind Me. R.B. Greaves. This is for Edmund Williams, as the copyright police have since left. But let's see if they come back.
I walk along the city streets. You used to walk along with me. And every step I take recalls how much in love we used to be. Oh, how can I forget you? Well, there is always something that you remind me. Always something that you remind me. I was born to love you, and I will never be free. You'll always be a part of me. Oh. When shadows fall, I still recall the cafe where we would dance at night. And I can't help recalling how it felt
to kiss and hold you tight. Oh, how can I forget you, baby? Well, there is always something that you remind me. Always something that you remind me. I was born to love you, and I will never be free. You'll always be a part of me. Oh, 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 oh. Should find you miss the sweet and tender love we used to share, then go back to the places where we used to go, and I'll be there. Oh, how can I forget you, baby, baby, baby? There is always something that you remind me. Always something that you remind me.
Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, by request for listener Edmund Williams in Queens, New York. That's the sound of R.B. Greaves, December 1969. That's his follow-up to Take a Letter, Maria, his rendition of the tune Always Something There to Remind Me. That's on the Atco record label. I thought I was going to get away with the artificial intelligence on that record, but no, they finally did figure it out, so they did come out. But let's see if they go away with the flip side, because Evan requested the flip side of the record too. This is a song written by R.B. Greaves from December 69. You flip over Always Something There to Remind Me on the Atco label. This is the tune you get. It's called Home to Stay. This is for Edmund.
I never felt this way since I was 10. Ooh, when I was a boy, my mama gave a party, everybody came. Ooh, when I was a boy, there was this girl, this pretty little girl I wanted to meet. She lived down the street. I'll never forget the first thing she said. Ooh, when I was a boy, you get out of here with your raggedy head. Ooh, when I was a boy. Then she smiled. We talked a while. I asked her name, and she said Jane. Man, I knew I was in love from the very first day, and it always seemed to be by her house that I used to play. I heard my papa say we move away. Ooh, when I was a boy, and I told that little girl the very next day. Ooh, when I was a boy, I had to lie, 'cause I started to cry. I told her something had got my eye. Back now, things sure have changed from when I was a boy. I didn't recognize this girl called Jane, my love, when I was a boy. Now I'm a man, I take her hand. She smiles and says, don't leave again. Oh, my love, when I was a boy,
Well, that was a major screw up on my part because I told Charlene that there was a different flip side on this R&B Grease, and she had no clue. You got to remember, Charlene didn't know which, because I found it last minute today. Found the record, had to go down in the no humidity basement, look in my G boxes to find this record, because I didn't find it last week, but I found 2 copies of this. It just played this was a styrene copy that I played, but Reed is absolutely correct. The flip side, and it's the flip side of the one that I have on the vinyl press also, is called Oh When I Was a Boy. So that was a good catch, Reed. I would have never known it because I'm just reading off the script. So there you go. So Charlene's got to change that. She didn't know what side I was going to play. But evidently there were 2 releases. She usually tells me about that, but I told her, but I didn't tell her which one. So there you go. That was my mistake. But the Copyright Police still out and about here, but let us continue here either way. And let's fill a request for listener Bill Obe, this gal from Oakland, California. She relocated to Chicago, first recording in 1966 on the Special Agent label, which I did see down in the No Humidity basement. But she was signed with Brunswick Records in early 1967. She had about 19 releases on the Brunswick label. Her biggest hit was a song I'm sure you know called Love Makes a Woman. But Bill requested her 8th release, a tune she wrote together with Eugene Record, and he also produced it, that is Record, and also Carl Davis. And there is the group backing her up on this are the Shylights. Says arranged by Sonny Sanders, backing by the Shylights, yes, who covered this in 1973 for the Brunswick label. So let's go to March of 1970 for Miss Barbara Acklin. Barbara Acklin on the Brunswick label. This is for Bill Obe. It's called Someone Else's Arms for Bill.
But my heart just won't let me. So afraid of losing you. Oh, my mind just won't let me. Oh, you done me wrong, and I know you know. One day I'm gonna fool you and I'm gonna go to someone else's arms, someone else's arms. You're gonna be sorry, you're gonna be sorry. I wanna see the world, but my eyes just won't let me. I want to speak words of love to another, but my lips just won't let me. Oh, you've done me wrong, and I know you know. I've got so much love, and it's gonna show. Someone else's arms, someone else's arms. You're gonna be sorry, you're gonna be sorry. Here's to the pain you brought me, and here's to the ring you bought me. Here's to the time I'm wasting, and here's to the tears I'm tasting. Someday, someone else's won't let me. I wanna give you love, but my pride just won't let me. Someday, someone else's arms will be waiting. You're gonna be
As going out to Bill Olben, New Jersey. Bill, you had some nice requests that people like tonight, I'm sure. Bill will be my in-studio guest on October 17th. That's a Thursday afternoon. He'll be bringing up some gospel 45's and LPs out of his collection. They're going to span the 50s, 60s, and early 70s, so you want to tune into that on October 17th. He's still preparing a little bit, so he's going to give me the actual promo for it soon. But I'll be seeing Bill this coming Sunday, I will. Looking forward to that. But that's Miss Barbara Acklin. Barbara Acklin, March 1970. Touch of the 70s here on the All 60s edition. It's on Brunswick Records. Someone Else's Arms is the name of the tune. She also had duets on Brunswick with Gene Chandler. I think she had 3 releases on Brunswick with Gene Chandler. Johnny G is your Wednesday night disc jockey here. Thank you all for being here. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you have not yet already done so. This is the first show of the week. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon beginning at 2 p.m. for 78s. Got a couple from the late 40s, which are interesting, but I think I'm closing with a couple from 1958, so you want to tune into that show. I'll be back on Saturday with the big show, beginning at 9 p.m., 9 to midnight Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube, and also Oldies and More Radio. Let us continue here. Let's go to Harvey, Illinois for this next group, first recorded as the El Rays. Back in 1954 on the Checker label. You will hear a tune like that on my Saturday night show. But they signed with Vivian Carter's VJ Records, had 17 releases on the VJ label between 1955 and 1965. Let's give a listen to their 16th release, and it's a cover tune. This was first recorded by Tom Jones. Tom Jones recorded this back in February of 1955 on the Parrot record label. This was released 2 months later. Actually, it was a B-side, though, and it features a Marvin Jr. on lead. Let's go to April of 1965 for The Sound of the Dells on VJ Records, and their rendition of the tune, It's Not Unusual.
To be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. But when I see you hanging about with anyone, it's not unusual to see me cry. Say I wanna die. It's not unusual to go out at any time. But when I see you out and about at such a time, if you should ever wanna be loved, girl, it's not unusual. It happens every day. No matter what they say, you'll find it happen all the time. Love will never do just what you want it to. to be mine with anyone. It's not unusual to be sad with anyone. But if I ever find that you change at any time, it's not unusual to find that I'm in love with you. I love you, baby, honest I do. Oh, God, I know you don't know. You don't think that I mean it, baby. Oh, so unusual.
April 65 release there for the Dells on the VJ record label. That is the B-side. The A-side was the first version of Stay in My Corner. This is the B-side, the Tom Jones tune, It's Not Unusual. It used to be not unusual for Johnny G to do a 4-hour show, but then it's like too much. Tomorrow I am going to be on, so we'll be doing about 15 minutes or so of overtime as the copyright police come out. You know, here they are again. You know, they're going to come out toward the end of the show. But let us continue here. Let's go to Washington, D.C. for this girl group. First recording in 1961 as the Impalas on the Checker record label. That's a rare 45, by the way, that Impalas record. A song called, I think, For the Love of Mike, back with I Need You So Much. But their manager, his name was Bob E. Lee. He would change their name from the Impalas to the Four Jewels. They had 3 releases on Start Records, which is a local label out of Washington, D.C., and their first would be picked up by Checker, a song called Loaded with Goodies. But this was their second release that came out on the Checker label, written by their manager, Bob E. Lee. It features a Carrie Mingo on lead. Let's go to December of 63. These are the Four Jewels on Checker Records. The tune is called Time for Love.
When the lights are burning low,
And oh, yes, and those warm breezes blow. Yes, that's when you should know. I wanna love you so. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
summer, winter, spring, or fall.
And oh, yes, and that's any time at all. Yes, as long as you're my lovey-dove, I know, then it's the time for love. In the dawn and even in the park, let me know with a little romance. Yeah, yeah, and hold me tight, away from all the light. Let me know you'll be mine tonight.
Summer, winter, spring, or fall.
And oh, yes, and that's any time at all. Yes, as long as you're my lovey-dove, I know, then it's the time for love. Yes, and make it one more time. Come on home. You know I need you, baby.
December 63 release there. They're called the Four Jewels on Checker Records. Time for Love is the name of that one. That is a matey tune if there was one. Johnny G here as we are in Vinyltreasure Overtime. We'll go a little bit more here and On last week's 60s show, I played Joe Tex. Joe Tex, his 17th release, 17 of 55 releases on Buddy Killen's Dial record label, was called If Sugar Was as Sweet as You. And he was originally from Rogers, Texas, born Joseph Arrington, but first recording for King Records back in 1955. Some of those early releases by him are really cool, which I do have in the collection. Also his releases on Ace, too. He's in 1961, he signed with Dial Records, would have 55 releases through the year 1979. Let's give a listen to his 23rd release. It's a song he wrote. It's charted number 54 on Billboard, 24 on the R&B chart, and this was a big #1 record if you were tuned in to WIGO in Atlanta, Georgia from May of 67. Let's give a listen to Joe Tex. Joe Tex on Dial Records. It's called Women... Wait. Gotta check the title here. It's called Women Like That, comma. Okay, Women Like That. Yeah. Joe Tex.
Plenty of loving, woman like that, yeah. Man, give a woman plenty of hugging, woman like that, yeah. And when man see woman cry, man go to her and dry her eyes. Man show woman that he cares, and the woman's gonna be right there. But if man treat the woman wrong, man duck around and woman be gone. Whoa, man be all alone. Oh yeah. Man tell woman she look fine. Oh shucks, woman like that, yeah. Man take woman out sometime. Woman like that, yeah. Then when man has to go away, man, woman won't go astray. Man can leave with a satisfied mind. That is woman's on a total line. But if man don't take woman out, he's gonna have a lot to worry about. Whoa. Some other man will take her out. Yes, he will. Oh, yeah. Oh. Man, kiss woman sweet and slow. Woman like that, yeah. Man, that makes woman's love grow. Shucks. Woman like that, yeah. And if you love her, let her know. You'd be surprised how far that goes. Man, make woman feel secure. Woman will stick by him for sure, yeah. But man act like he don't care. That's for sure he won't get nowhere. Whoa, woman will even sit right there. Oh yes she will. Woman like that, yeah. Put your arms around her and hold her. Oh shucks, woman like that, yeah. Tell her she look fine. Oh yeah, woman like that, yeah. Take her out sometime.
As May 1967 release by Joe Tex. Joe Tex on the Dial record label, Woman Like That. I remember my brother Michael, my youngest brother. Now, he was born in 1970. So, he we bought him. We bought. Somebody mentioned, was it who mentioned the closed record players? Somebody mentioned one of those small like kiddie record players. So anyway, he knew that I was collecting records. And when did Joe Tex have that song, "You Said a Bad Word"? Well, anyway, it was sometime in the 1970s. So my brother would like, this is my brother Michael, okay? And so he would, and he was young. You got to figure, when did like Redbone come out with like "Come and Get Your Love"? And I think that record came out, "You Said a Bad Word." So he wanted these records. So I bought them. Like, I had my own copies, and I ended up buying, and he trashed them, but he used to play them like on that kiddie record player. So he would go in his bedroom and sit on his bed, and he would rock back and forth. And he was small, and he'd play these records, and he would be singing them. My brother's bigger than me now. Of course, he's, he lives down in southern Jersey, and he should be listening to this show too, because he'll like this show. But anyway, I'm just saying that because he liked that Joe Tex record. I wasn't that crazy for that "You Said a Bad Word." I say bad words. I shouldn't do that. But anyway, Johnny G here in Vinyl Treasure Overtime. Let's continue here. Let's go to this girl group out of Baltimore, Maryland. They are sisters, Anita and Sheila Ross, Terry Jones, and Ronnie Brown. Collectively, they were known as the Royalettes, first recording for the Chancellor label in March of 1963. Then I think they had one on Warner Brothers. Their biggest hit was a song called "It's Gonna Take a Miracle." That came out on the MGM record label. They had 9 releases on MGM. This is their 6th. This one co-written, produced, and arranged by Teddy Randazzo. Now, Sheila Ross, she's the lead singer on this. This charted number 10 on WJLB if you were listening in Detroit, Michigan. So from April 66, let's give a listen to the Royalettes. Royalettes on MGM. The name of their tune is called "It's a Big Mistake." The Royalettes.
What can I
That's April 66 release there for the Royalettes, Sheila Ross and the Royalettes. They're 6th of 9 on the MGM record label. It's a Big Mistake is the name of the tune. I've made some big mistakes in my lifetime, I have. But anyway, you learn from your mistakes. That you do. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure show. Let's fill a request for, what's... Charlene didn't put it here. David Silberg. David Silberg requested this next tune here. There you go. It is there. It's not on the top. We go to Providence, Rhode Island for this next artist. First recording back in 1956 for J&S Records, but he recorded on a number of different labels during his career. Bo, Enrica, Joy. And this one's on Colpix. He would have his biggest hit on the Colpix label in 1963, a song called Hey Girl. But this is his follow. I think this is his follow-up. I think Hey Girl might have been his first. I don't know. It would have to be, because this is October 63. This is his follow-up to Hey Girl, and a tune written by Carole King and Jerry Goff and arranged by Gary Sherman. This is by request for David Silberg, October 63, Freddie Scott on Colpix. It's called Brand New World for David.
Never saw the sky looking so blue. Never saw the stars so bright when they came into view. It's a brand new world now that you love me. So listen to the surf washing on the shore. I'm sure it never sounded half as beautiful before. It's a brand new world now that you love me. I wake up each morning feeling like a kid on Christmas Day. I wake up each morning with a very certain feeling everything will go my way. Oh, I say, baby, it's my heart playing tricks on me. But since you're mine, it's not the same old lonely world I see. Oh, it's a brand new world now that you love me.
As going out to David Silberg there. That's the sound of Freddie Scott. A nice tune there. Brand New World is the name of that tune from October 1963 on the Colpix record label. Two more 45s to go before Johnny G signs off here on the 60s edition. Let's fill a request for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. She is originally from Miami, Florida. She recorded 3 for Jimmy Bishop's Arctic Records, which was out of Philadelphia. This was her first, a tune written and produced by Clarence Reed and Jackie Corbett, arranged by Everett Edward. This charted number 6 on WDAS. If you were listening in Philadelphia, PA from September 68, by request for Adrian Viterbo, Della Humphrey on the Arctic label. Her tune is called Don't Make the Good Girls Go Bad for Adrian.
All you guys out there that can't be trusted, we girls give you our hearts and you return them all busted. But don't take advantage of us just because you can. Cause if you make us do wrong, we may never be good again. So listen, don't make the good girls go bad, no. Don't make the good girls go bad, no. If you don't really love us, please don't use us, no. You guys think girls are toys and you're supposed to use them, so you cheat and tell them lies and you even abuse them. But girls are made to be loved, and this is plain to see. But if you lead them the wrong way, a lady they'll never be. So listen, don't make the good girls go bad, no. Don't make the good girls go bad, no. If you don't really love us, please don't use us. Don't. We're gonna make mistakes, but so does everyone. We're not bad just because we wanna have a little fun, just because we wanna be loved. You guys think we're weak, but if you want us to be good, I'll carry my skills. So listen, don't make the good girls go bad, no, please. Don't make the good girls go bad, no. Let us be good, please don't make us bad, no. Don't make the good girls go bad, no.
There you go, September 1968 release there for Della Humphrey on the Arctic label. That's going out to listener Adrian Viterbo. He's listening down in Mexico. Thank you, Adrian, for all your requests. That's Don't Make the Good Girls Go Bad. Well, that's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool Soul 45s out of my collection. Again, if you have a request, you want to get in touch with the DJ, send me an email. It's vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the contact number. The show will be up actually it's like immediately the show will be up there on YouTube on the archive. And again, like I said, if it gets blocked, and I had some issues, but they didn't like block it, at least when I'm live, thank goodness. But you can always go to vinyltreasures.net. That is my website. But I'll have the link to the specific show on my community tab. I'll post it there. There's a link because the September 11th show was blocked. I got like emails. Where's your show? I can't see it. Did you post it? This and that. So I said, no, go to there and go to that a part of my YouTube page, and you'll see the link there. So if you never see it, that's how it has to be. I'm under the control of YouTube. They have all the control. So again, that's it. So that's going to do it for tonight, folks. We have a closer. Our closer tonight is a request for Edmund Williams as we go to Cleveland, Ohio for this group. First recording as the Womack Brothers. And it launched the careers of five brothers: Bobby, Cecil, Curtis, Friendly Jr., and Harry Womack. And they were singing gospel until Sam Cooke transformed them into a crossover R&B act. They were known as the Valentinos, and they recorded for Sam Cooke's SAR record label, and Edmund requested their second of 5, actually both sides of the record. We're going to close with one side. A tune written by Curtis Womack, who is also on lead. This is Curtis on lead. Arranged by Renee Hall. This did chart regionally. This was a number 48 record on KFXM in San Bernardino, California. So our closer tonight is from January 63, the Valentinos, and then it says in parentheses, the Lovers. I don't know why, but it does. It's on SAR Records. It's called Darling, Come Back Home. Well, it's time for Johnny G to go home. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon beginning at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 in the afternoon, with 78s out of my collection. If you've never heard 78s, and maybe some of you have not, you should check out the show. If not, you can check it out on the archive. And then I'll be back on Saturday night right here on YouTube and also on Oldies and More Radio for the 1950s and early 60s show. We're accumulating the requests for that show. I should be ready by Saturday, although lots of things happening for the rest of the week. But again, thank you, Charlene, again for all your help. Thank you all for being here. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up if you dug these tunes tonight, and I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long. The Valentinos for Edmund.